Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, your host. Last week, our Laura James met Bob Brown out on the Philbrick-Cricenti bog looking at some recent improvements. This week, she's joined by Tom Hoyt at Mascoma Bank for his thoughts on why Mascoma Bank helps support projects just like this.
Thanks, Abby. I had the chance to speak with Tom Hoyt. He's the Director of Special Projects at Mascoma Bank. Hi, Tom.
Hello, hello. You know, oftentimes you and I have talked in a professional business setting. Yeah. This is a little bit different, but oh my gosh, it doesn't get any better than this.
We're having a tough time doing this because we both keep just staring out at the beautiful scenery.
Exactly. And I must say, as a born and raised New Hampshire kid, you know, I'm about as Granite State as you can be. You know, whether it's Mount Washington or Rye or Mount Monadnock or whatever, I had never seen the Philbrick-Cricenti bog until today. This is just, it's rare. I'm speechless. This is incredible.
That is rare.
This is really incredible. It's very impressive.
You know, I have to tell you, so as you know, we raised our children in the area, yes, and we used to hike this all the time, and it is remarkable. We're floating, Tom.
Right.
Isn't it amazing?
It is, and it's one thing with what they've installed here with the, you know, aluminum stuff and the wooden stuff that it just opens it up to so many more people who, if it was just this boggy walk through the woods, might be a little, you know, I'm not sure. I can absolutely envision the grandfather and the little kid looking out in the marsh, finding the amphibian. I mean, I can picture that. It's New Hampshire.
It is absolutely New Hampshire. And I have to tell you, something that's really special about Mascoma is you support efforts like this. Is that right?
Exactly. You know, it's one of those, I'm very blessed. I've been at Mascoma Bank, you know, three decades now. And as part of the sponsorship committee, when we identify these kind of projects, it's just nice to know, like, oh, this is something that we can donate money to that isn't just a one-time performance or a one-time event, which are great as well, but this is something that is just going to go on. It goes on through all 4 seasons. It goes on night and day, all of those type of things, and just the generations, the number of people who can take advantage of it. You know, all of the things we donate to are great. There are some times, and especially when we come out and see something like this, you go, ooh, this is special.
This is why we're doing it, exactly. And you know, truly, Tom is an old dear friend, full disclosure, and I don't see you get this excited about things often.
I think as I've gotten a little bit older in years, maybe that like cranky old guy, I think some of my work colleagues might say that. No, this again is just one of those special things, right, because in other parts of the world, other parts of the country, you're not going to be able to see this. Right. And the ability to enjoy it, as Bob was talking about, the ability to enjoy it through all 4 seasons, and how different this will be in February as opposed to, you know, here with foliage and on a warm, almost summer-like day.
Absolutely. So we're walking in a service, as Bob Brown from the Conservation Commission explained, and you were asking about the anchoring. Isn't it amazing?
Oh, it is, because you think, oh my God, how far down do they have to go to get this to, you know, to be secure? But it's not that way, and yet a little further down on the project, there's a place where there's a 12-foot pole down in the muck because it is that deep. So no, it's just, there's so many great things that could happen here. Again, I can see that, you know, the younger brother and the older brother of, oh, if you don't behave, yes, I'm going to put you in the hole, kind of.
Yep. He read my mind. Yeah. And that's, as parents, the first thing we do is take him to that big pole and show it and say, do not go off this trail.
Exactly. No, it's just, it's a great space, and we talk so much about, you know, how screen time and kids are, you know, addicted to television and all that sort of stuff. This is an opportunity literally right in the backyard of the Greater New London area to be right out in the middle of nature. You know, sometimes I think, you know, climbing a mountain might be one thing, or, you know, it's a pathway, it's a walkway, and yet it puts you right into the middle of nature and the things that can come from that. No, it's really special.
It is special. Yeah. Now, speaking of which, Mascoma is called a B Corp, and that really relates to your mission. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, sure. It's one of those, you know, on our website and all of our documentation, there's a lot of logos, there are a lot of symbols, you know, and from a regulatory standpoint, the 30-second version, if you will, Mascoma Bank is a mutual bank. Mascoma Bank has no owners, if you will. There's no outside stockholders or such. It's owned, if you will, by the depositors of the bank, sort of on an indirect basis. So by that, anytime the bank has philanthropic needs, the bank budgets for 10% of our profits to go to philanthropic organizations. By doing that, we then can directly put the money back into the communities that have made us successful. It seems like a pretty, smart back and forth from that. And it started in 2017, becoming a certified B Corp. And a B Corp, people, you can look Wikipedia, Google, or whatever. It's an organization that rates businesses, and essentially B Corp is saying, you know what? A business can be a force for positive change. It can be a force for good. I think, so much of you think of the 80s and the various things, business, it was sort of big business, and it was bad, and it was how much money can I make and how much, good can I do? And then somewhere along the line, we realized, you know what? We can be a business. We can be successful. We can also be nice. Right. And I don't just say that as Mascoma Bank. There are thousands of B Corps. So again, 2017, we were certified, and kudos to the B Corp Corporation. Every 3 years, you have to get recertified, and it's not easy. It's not as if we can just say, "Oh yeah, we're doing great things." No, we have to document. I know, so many of our locations are solar powered. We have to keep track of the carbon footprint. We have to keep track of the commuting miles for our employees. We have to keep track of our trash. All these sort of things that are really showing, no, we're trying to be a nice neighbor. And I must say, it's a mission statement and that sort of thing. But I have been in too many meetings over the years where the decision is, you know what? We are going to or not going to do that particular project because of those B Corp values. Like, yes, you know what? This might be great, and it might be profitable, and it might be good for some, but it's going to be bad for these people, and we don't do it. And again, that sounds good. Right. I've seen that in action.
Well, I have gone to, I can't tell you, countless fairs. I mean, I have seen Mascoma employees volunteering their time with children, with horses, doing face painting, flipping hot dogs. I mean, you being guides on trail hikes. Your employees really, they walk the talk. Is that the expression?
Exactly. And it's one of those where, it's built into our culture. So, I mean, just here in New London, from a strict, here's an organization we write a check to, it's Colby Sawyer College, it's New London Hospital, it's the Chapin Senior Center, it's the Mount Kearsarge Museum, it's the Barn Playhouse. It's just numerous ones. But then to your point, the bank also has not only a very strong volunteer time off program, but one that is, we're constantly reminded of, you have not used your volunteer time off. It is encouraged.
That's amazing.
Right. It's encouraged for the employees of the bank to take time off, paid time off, and go do something in the community. And I just know the number of the staff at our New London branch of Mascoma Bank are there on a regular basis at the Kearsarge Regional Elementary School.
Yes.
Helping, volunteering, which it's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, I got to be at my desk.
Right.
That wouldn't happen. But no, it's something that the bank very much encourages, and we're constantly reminded about how much we're asked to do that.
Well, and it's visible, and it has seen. So we're grateful to Mascoma for being a participating sponsor of this event. And do you notice I keep gripping this?
That's okay.
So we're old friends, and I'm thinking, Tom, no pushing. Tom, no pushing.
That's okay. I did notice that you put me on the side without but there's some floral and fauna. I may be. Exactly. I may be okay. But
well, you have to bring your wife, Kim, back. This is an amazing spot to hike in the fall, in the winter, spring, and certainly the summer, too.
Right.
So Tom Hoyt, Director of Special Projects for Mascoma Bank, we're so glad you joined us today.
Happy to be here. And I must say, for anyone, I'm a big Google Maps, location guy. Philbrick-Cricenti Bog. Just get to the Cricentis. I know it's called Hannaford, but again, for this, other people like, where is it? If you can get near Cricenti/Hannaford, you're pretty close, and you'll find this real special spot. This is great.
Okay, so get on your sneakers, Abby. For Thanksgiving, we're coming out to Philbrick-Cricenti Bog and checking out this beautiful walkway. We haven't been here in a while, and wait till you see the changes. A great day for a fun interview. Back to you, Abby.
Thank goodness for our community-minded businesses that help make these projects possible. When we come back, Laura James will be at the Newberry Deli to meet its new owner and hear about what stays the same and what changes are coming up. So keep it tuned to YCN, your local view, after this message from another supporter of your Yankee Chronicle.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.